Garrett Electronics is proud to bring to you the Ultra GTA, the detector that you've been waiting for. The detector that gives you all of today's technological advances at the touch of a fingertip.
That's right, the touch of a fingertip. Hello, I'm Charles Garrett, and I assure you, I've never built any detector more simple to operate than the new Ultra GTA. Just press this one touchpad, and you're ready to hunt deeper and with more sensitivity than you may have ever thought possible. This detector uses the very latest technical advances to help you locate more coins and treasure than ever before. Now, here's someone to tell you all about the Ultra GTA while I continue to find coins with this marvelous new detector.
Thank you, Mr. Garrett. It's a pleasure to talk about this detector. It's so simple and easy to use, yet so versatile. Modern technology you can understand and use. Available at the touch of a single pad. Yet the GTA offers so much more. An almost unlimited array of choices that let you literally design this detector to your own personal style of treasure hunting. GTA stands for Graphic Target Analyzer, and that's what you see on the face of the detector, an analysis of any target you discover. Much more is also shown here, of course, but first, let's talk about just that one touchpad operation. I'm sure some of you want to join Charles Garrett in hunting coins as soon as possible. Well, let's press that single touchpad. Listen for 2 beeps. That tells us the detector is operating, and we can go hunting ourselves. Hear that threshold sound? It's already been set for us at the factory, and we're ready to hunt for coins. The detector's graphic display reports that we're hunting in a coins detection mode with standard audio. Our depth or sensitivity level has been preset at the factory. Mr. Garrett recommends that we swing the search coil back and forth in a straight line as we walk forward. Notice that the coil is held an inch or 2 above the ground. Detection of any metal target will cause an increase in sound and be indicated on our meter. What do you know? There's our first target. Let's look at the meter to see just what it tells us. The segments on the top scale indicate what we've found. They will hold for 5 seconds or until a new target is located. You can see by the target ID guide above the top scale that we've found a quarter. Now, move the search coil around a little to discover just exactly where the coin is located. Okay, let's dig it up. Just like the meter told us, it's a silver quarter. What it couldn't tell us is that the coin is dated 1963. Let's find some more. Modern detector circuitry enables the instrument to avoid detecting many targets made of junk metal. This is called discrimination. Because the discrimination of your GTA in the coins mode has been preset at the factory, this instrument will not respond to most junk items. You'll hear clear, strong signals like that made by our quarter. Now that sounds like another coin. Let's dig it up. And then talk some more about your new GTA. Let's look at its revolutionary new LCD meter. Remember, it looked like this when you found that quarter. The detection cursor on the top scale showed that you had discovered a quarter. But what about the squares on the lower scale? Well, those segments indicate discrimination notches that have been set at the factory. Your GTA will detect any target that corresponds to a darkened discrimination notch. We'll talk more about the notches later. First, let's go back to that quarter we found and learn how we could have located it even more precisely by pressing another touchpad. Remember, that we located our coin by moving the search coil around. We could have pressed and held this touchpad and done the job a lot more quickly. You can also watch the upper scale segments illuminate from right to left as they indicate signal strength. The maximum reading attained toward the left will occur when the target is beneath the center of your search coil. Now, check the lower scale for target depth in inches. See, it's 4 inches here. You'll notice that coin depth always indicates the most accurate reading. We call this error-free pinpointing. You've found your silver quarter. You've learned how to pinpoint electronically. In short, you know how to operate the Ultra GTA. You may never want to touch another touchpad. But there's so much more to this fantastic new detector. Let's first learn how you can adjust all the controls to make the detector hunt just the way you want it to hunt, and to locate just the targets you're looking for. It's here on this control panel that you can also determine exactly how you want to hunt. As we've already learned, there are no codes for you to memorize and no so-called programming to learn. This LCD reports online information. What you see is what you get. You can regulate this detector for any kind of treasure hunting with just 3 touchpads: select, plus, and minus. Pages 6, 7, and 8 of your owner's manual list all of these options that are available to you. 6 different hunting modes are possible: 3 set at the factory, and 3 that you can style yourself. When you turned on the detector, you were automatically operating in the factory preset coins detection mode, with discrimination preset for the types of trash targets generally found in coin hunting. Press the select touchpad and your mode selections appear. In setting any GTA modes, the words that are steady and not blinking, coins in this case, indicate the mode in which the instrument is operating. To change your selection, press the plus or minus touchpads. We'll keep pressing until the words all metal are constant. If we then press the operate pad, we can begin hunting in an all metal mode. Remember the discrimination notches in the lower scale? Look at them in this all metal mode. You'll notice that all appear. The GTA will now sound off on any metal it detects. We're also still operating with depth, threshold, and standard audio preset at the factory. Now, let's press select again and rotate through all the options. First comes mode. Since the words all metal are constant and not blinking, we'd be hunting in that mode if we now press operate. But since we're checking all our options, we'll press select again, and the detector asks how we want to set detection depth. You'll note that the factory setting is 75%. Of course, you always want to hunt as deep as possible, but ground mineralization and other conditions may sometimes limit just how deep you can set your detector. Press the plus and minus touchpads and watch the squares in the upper scale. They indicate the depth or sensitivity of your detector. This control option permits you to achieve all of the detection depth that is possible under any conditions. Press select again. The next option permits you to use the plus and minus touchpads to adjust the operating threshold. That's the audible sound produced by your detector. Note that your changes are indicated instantly on the upper scale. No codes or programming required. Next option is tone, which determines the pitch of the sound produced by your detector. Factory setting is shown on the upper scale. Touching the plus pad will raise the tone into a higher treble range, while touching the minus pad will lower it into more of a bass range. Experiment to determine which pitch best suits your hearing. Press the Select button again, and you have your choice of discriminating audio, one of 3 types of sounds you can hear when you detect a target. You're now in the Standard Audio. Remember, you heard just an increase in sound when you found that quarter. Press plus, and you will see that bell tone is constant. Using this type of audio, you would have heard Garrett's Coin Alert bell tone when you found a quarter. Still a third type of audio is bilevel. Silver coins and other targets of higher conductivity produce this increase in audible sound, while nickels and other targets of lower conductivity are identified by a sound that you can recognize as slightly lower. The next option asks whether you want to boost the audio of your detector to enhance faint signals. You'll find this feature helpful at those times when you're hearing some weak signals but suspect that you may be missing others. If Audio Boost is blinking on the screen as shown here, press the plus pad to turn it on. Pressing the minus pad turns it off, and it begins to blink again. This next feature, called surface elimination, sometimes known as blanking, will be helpful in areas where large amounts of trash are present on the surface. Turn it on by pressing the plus pad, and you eliminate most detection to a depth of about 1 inch. You'll need this final selection only when you're using NiCad rechargeable batteries. The GTA reports continually on the condition of your batteries. When using NiCads, press the minus touchpad to turn on the words NiCad batteries. Whether you're using NiCads or regular batteries, you'll see that 6 squares are shown when your batteries are fully charged. When only 2 squares remain, the indicators will show that battery life is getting short. Occasionally, check this indicator so that you're not surprised by battery failure. Now, here's a tip you should always remember. You can instantly restore factory settings on all controls by holding the power touchpad for about 10 seconds, or until you hear this sound. Here's still another tip. If you ever press the wrong touchpad when making adjustments, the GTA will let you know. With this burst of audible sound, no harm done. You'll just know you've asked your detector to do something that's not possible. Of course, there are countless things that are possible only with the Ultra GTA, and one of the most important of these concerns detection modes. Let's take another look at that particular option. Remember that when we turned on the GTA, it was operating in a coins mode. Discrimination, represented by these darkened notches, is designed to detect coins while eliminating detection of lower conductivity trash targets normally encountered in coin hunting. This includes bottle caps and most pull tabs. You can easily select the beach mode, which is specifically designed for beach and surf hunting. Discrimination in this mode is set at the factory to eliminate salt and the targets normally associated with treasure hunting at the beach. These include lower conductivity junk metal and bottle caps. Now, we're switching to the all-metal mode. You'll want to use this mode when greatest depth is sought, when looking for caches or deep relics. With every notch darkened, your GTA will locate all metallic targets. You'll also look for gold nuggets in the all-metal mode. And you may want to use it when you have many targets closely spaced together. Because there is absolutely no discrimination in this mode, your detector will give an audible signal to announce every piece of metal it scans over. There's another important control on your GTA that makes it quite easy for you to hunt in 2 separate modes by instantly switching from one to the other. It's this last mode touchpad. You can see the detector is operating now in the coins mode. But just by pressing the last mode touchpad, we're hunting in an all-metal mode again. The ability to change between any 2 modes so easily gives us the opportunity to check any target quickly and simply. by switching between modes. The GTA is that simple and easy to use. No coding, no programming. But if you desire, these discrimination segments, which we call notches, can open the door for you to a kind of hunting you've only dreamed of before. Here's how. When you turn on your detector in the coins mode, discrimination has been preset at the factory. You're ready to hunt for coins, and the detector will report on targets whose conductivity is represented by the darkened notches on the lower scale. You can see that a target is indicated on the upper scale. But is it really a coin? How many times have you found trash like this with conductivity that somehow locates it right in the middle of the discrimination control of this old-style detector? To dial out such a trash target, you have to set discrimination on the old detector so high that you would miss many valuable coins or pieces of jewelry. Not with the GTA. You can adjust your detector to reject this particular target, yet not reject targets with even slightly more or less conductivity. There are two ways to do this. The simplest is to pass the offending target across your search coil. See the segment on the upper scale darken? Now press the Reject touchpad, and the notch disappears on the lower scale. This means that you won't find any more targets with that level of conductivity. The second way to change discrimination notches is to use the plus touchpad to move the segment across the upper scale. When it reaches the appropriate notch, use the Reject touchpad to eliminate a target. See, the lower scale notch disappears. Or the Accept pad to make certain your detector recognizes a target with that level of conductivity. Now, we've done all this while operating in the coins mode. But we could make similar modifications in the all metal or beach modes. Always remember that modifications of the three preset modes are temporary. Whenever we change one of these factory detection modes, any modifications that we made for a current hunting session will disappear when the detector is turned off. When it is turned back on, note that it returns to the all-metal mode in which we were operating, but the discrimination settings are those preset at the factory. The GTA offers 3 additional modes, however, especially designed to be set by the user. They are indicated on your LCD as the A, B, and C detection modes. In these 3 modes, you can use the Accept and Reject touchpads, as we've discussed, to design discrimination to your own specifications. And the detector will retain your settings even after you turn it off and turn it on again. Now, you may never want to use these modes or these methods of discrimination, but they will always be ready for you. And who knows, someday you may be looking for a lost earring to match this one. You know it's lost somewhere nearby, so just set your GTA to accept only this piece of jewelry, and it will reject all other metal targets while locating the lost earring. Or you may be hunting in an area where you're plagued with just one special type of trash. Reject it. And continue to hunt in an all-metal mode for every other metallic target. Finally, you may have your own special ideas about how discrimination should be set on a metal detector. The GTA lets you try out ideas quickly and easily. Let's take a few minutes now to review some of the many other features of this magnificent new detector. Of course, you'll want to read your owner's manual carefully to learn all about it. The manual is printed in a size that makes it convenient to take into the field with you. Mr. Garrett always uses headphones, and he recommends that you use them also to listen for those whispers of sound that denote deep targets. Conveniently located here at the rear of your detector is the headphone jack. Batteries of your new detector are also located here under the armrest in a case that can be slipped out easily for changing batteries or for hip mount use. After you turn off the detector and slide out the battery case, you can change batteries by first slipping up the two covers and tilting the detector to slide out the two battery containers. Don't worry about which is which. It will be impossible for you to replace them incorrectly. Then, change the 8 AA batteries, making certain that the new cells are aligned properly. Finally, put the holders back in the battery pack, slide the doors on, and the unit is ready to be replaced. This battery pack represents another great feature of the GTA. Hip mount adaptability that is built right into the detector. It's not necessary to purchase an optional conversion kit or to worry about carrying around extra cable when you're hunting. Simply attach the battery pack at your waist and you'll find the cable cord conveniently coiled to prevent tangling. When you use the hip mount feature, your GTA will weigh less than 2 3/4 pounds. Yet, you'll find all controls still easily accessible at your thumb tip, with the LCD display visible on your detector's control stem. The coiled cord makes hip mount scanning so easy, you never have to worry about the cord. And when it's time to put the detector away, just slide the cord into its tube and you're all done. There is so much more that we could talk about in discussing this marvelous new detector. Of course, you've already noticed that your GTA is equipped with a different kind of search coil, an elliptical coil newly developed by Garrett for deeper scanning. It features a narrow hot strip down its center that enables this coil to find targets at greater depths and with more sensitivity than other search coils. You'll also find it more effective for searching in areas with lots of metal trash. Because the coil is narrower, fewer targets can be beneath it at one time for your GTA to analyze. Still, you have the effective scanning width of a 10-inch coil. Of course, you can also use Garrett's round search coils in 8 1/2 and 12 1/2 inch sizes. The GTA can also hunt with Garrett's famed 4 1/2 inch Super Sniper, or a smaller elliptical coil, 3 by 7 inches in size. Well, it looks like Mr. Garrett has stopped hunting. Let's join him at that picnic table and see just what he found.
Hello again. How about these coins? Not bad for a day in the park with the Ultra GTA. How simple it is to operate. No codes, no programming. You can do just about anything with it that you ever wanted to do with a metal detector. I urge you now to do your research to locate the best places to find treasure. One valuable resource is Ram Publishing Company. I recommend that you take advantage of the opportunity to read such new books as these on coin and water hunting. They are just as modern as your GTA, and I'm certain that reading them will help you to use it better. I want to emphasize that despite its virtually unlimited capabilities and super depth, this Ultra GTA is as simple to operate as any detector I've ever built. I'm proud to use it. Good hunting. See you in the field.